Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Bennett here, and I want to talk to you about one of the major pitfalls that I experienced kind of on the spiritual journey and the whole journey of kind of becoming our best selves and improving ourselves. So when I started the spiritual journey about 8 years ago or so, I really had to focus on becoming my best self, and what that meant for me was actually not really having any other friends. So I needed to completely isolate myself and just listen to empowering audios, listen to gratitude, practice feeling energy, practice becoming the person that I wanted to be. And this lasted for most of my college experience. I had friends. It's not like I was like completely antisocial, but if it was between me reading a Carlos Castaneda or a book about quantum physics or a Tony Robbins book, or if it was versus me going out and partying, I would have always picked being by myself. And that's pretty weird, but it's kind of where I was. So what I want to talk about right now is one of the major pitfalls that I have recently, I'm in the process of getting over, because it's something that's very insidious in the spiritual journey, which is feeling like you need to be perfect. Okay, let me kind of explain what I mean by that. So it's for myself, I felt like I always needed to be at my best in order for me to have any value in the world. Okay, so I felt like I needed to be in that state that I really love to be in, the state of breath, the flow, gratitude, love, feeling expansiveness, feeling connected to myself and to others. So these states of consciousness that I would get in after lots of meditation, or after doing yoga, or after doing a gratitude or prayer session. And if I couldn't access that state, if I was feeling off that day, then I would not even go out in public. Like, I wouldn't want to interact with people. I felt like my value as a human being was diminished. Okay, so it's pretty important, and it really prevented me from possibly experiencing a lot of things during those years. And a little while ago, and I'm still kind of in it now, but I'm kind of hopefully moving out of it. When I got sick, and I wouldn't feel those feelings that I used to feel. I wouldn't feel that expansiveness. I wouldn't feel that connection. I would be tired all the time. I wouldn't feel like I was a good listener. So all these things that I really attributed to be me being a good human being and me being a valuable part of society, I couldn't access that anymore. Okay, so that forced me to be like, well, what is my value, and what do I have to offer when I don't have those other things going for me right now? So I want to make this video kind of short, because I can go on a lot about this, because this is such an important topic for me, and it may be for you too. Maybe feeling like, whoop, that was my cat. My cat jumped on the table, shaking the tripod. All right. So possibly for you, it could be that you need to feel like X in order to feel good about yourself. Or, here, I'll show you my cat. Come here, kitty. Here's my cat. Okay. Okay. So I want you to think about that in your own life, regarding what prerequisites have you decided that are essential, or that you pretty much made up, because I made up mine too, that you need to have in order for you to feel like you can do X. So for me, it was that if I didn't feel my best, if I didn't feel like my peak state, which when you get sick sometimes, or when you get depressed, or when something happens, it can be impossible to access those peak states that you used to feel. So for you, are you needing to be a certain way or experience life in a certain way in order for you to feel like you have value to other people, or in order for you to feel like you can participate in life fully? Or can we take that back and be like, who am I when I'm not feeling good? Who am I when I'm at my worst? And is my worst still valuable to the world? And for me, my journey is a part of it, a very small part of it, has been about am I valuable? And when I say valuable, I mean, am I worthy of, and this sounds pretty intense, but am I worthy of even being alive? Like, am I contributing to the world just by being who I am? Am I contributing even when I don't feel my best? And to really soul search and feel like, all right, well, what do I have to offer? And for you, what do you have to offer right now? Even though you're not your peak, even though maybe you don't have all the money, the body, you don't have the success, or you don't have the mental clarity or whatever. Like, we all have our things. We all have our things that we can make into excuses or into issues. So I ask you to ask yourself, what am I waiting for in order to step into my life fully? So ask yourself, what am I waiting for in order to step into my life fully? Or at least more fully than you were yesterday, or more fully than you are at this moment. So what are you waiting for? Is there something that you're waiting? Like, okay, my life will improve when this, or when I'm a certain way, then I can behave, then I can go out in public and be in parties. So just want you to think about that. There's a lot of waiting around. And I know myself, I can wait around, and I can use that as a means of not stepping into life fully and not participating in my life as fully as I can. And that can be a real sad state. And I've had to have, and other people in my life have had to validate me and be like, hey, Aaron, even though you feel horrible, even though you want to sleep all day, even though you're not feeling well, even though et cetera, you are still a valuable person. And you still bring joy, and you still bring love, and you can still transmit good feelings, and you can still help other people, really. And so I've had to have other people to help me see that. But I just want you to ask yourself, or you to feel into yourself, how are you waiting for something to be better in order for you to step into your life fully, or do you not feel like you're a valuable person now? Ask these questions and then realize, did I just make these up, or is there actual truth to this? And then if you have a good friend or a good partner or a mentor or a coach, bring these things up to them and be like, hey, this is what I'm experiencing. I'm feeling like I'm not contributing to the world because I'm not at my best. And then you can look into that and be like, well, that's probably bullshit, because even though you're not at your best, you are still able to help other people get to where you are. And a lot of it is just, and there we go. A lot of it is just helping others get to where you are. So even though you're not at your peak, you're a heck of a lot farther along. And it's not like there's a hierarchy, but what I mean farther along, you can help other people, access more love, appreciation, gratitude, all the things that you've been working on. Okay, so that's all. My short video turned into about an 8-minute video, but I wish you well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.